Blake Builder fumbles the bag for us on the first ever Locky two-step, and we started off with an L, 0-1, -1 unit. The other legs came through. Dan Ige was the Locky Trinity coming through with relative ease, and I'm trying to remember the other one off the top of my head, but it is escaping me, but I know it hit. Marc-Andre Barrios, he hit with relative ease as well. But yeah, I should not have trusted Blake Builder. Lesson learned. Going into this week, I had two already locked in that I was thinking, okay, this has got to be the one. Zhalgas Zhumagulov and Raoni Barcelos. However, just maybe an hour before recording this, Zhumagulov's fight got pulled as well. Raoni Barcelos' got pulled yesterday, so both of those are off. So I had to shake it up and try to come up with three other money line pieces that I feel good enough to try to put together for my Locky two-step, and then ultimately the Locky Trinity. And I obviously have that one ready for you guys right now. Starting off, first though, before we get into it, I want to quickly shout out the MMA Fight Archive. Absolutely thriving right now, and I cannot thank you guys enough for supporting your boy through that. If you're looking to do your own tape studying and don't want to scour the web for all the fighter links of all these new fighters that you may not have heard of, from Bellator, ACA, CFFC, LFA, PFL, UFC, all that stuff, Contender Series, which starts in August, we have you completely covered on the MMA Fight Archive. 7-day free trial as well for you to try it out. Even before you shell out any change, you guys can check it out and see the usefulness of it and check it out. I promise you guys will not be disappointed. All right, let's get into the Locky two-step. First leg, we're going to go with Theresa Bladow over Gabriella Fernandez. It's clear wrestler versus striker matchup here. A lot of people think that the line is a little bit too wide here, and I don't agree. You know what I mean? I think that the line is where it should be, -250, even the -280-ish range that Bladow was in earlier this week. I think it was justifiable. People have a lot of question marks about her cardio, but I believe a lot of that had to come from the Natalia Silva fight, who is a far superior fighter than Gabriella Fernandez. I think that Fernandez won't have as much footwork and speed that Silva had that was giving Bladow trouble, and I think Bladow will be able to get this fight to the ground with ease, and I think she'll be able to find a finish from on top within the first 7.5 minutes of this fight. But give me Bladow as the first leg, or the first step of the Locky two-step. Second leg of the Locky two-step, we're going to go with Christian Quinones, who's taking on Kyungho Kang. I think Kang is on the downslope of his career, even after having a victory over in his last fight over Batgaril Dana. That fight did not start off great for him, as the striking of Batgaril really caught up to Kang. It seemed like Batgaril hit a little bit of a wall though in the second and third rounds and was unable to get his offense off, allowing Kang to get ahead in the second and third round to win that fight by decision. You know who's not going to hit a wall is Christian Quinones, who's a very underrated fighter who pulled off a big upset victory in his last matchup in September against Khalid Taha, knocking him out in the first round. I expect Quinones to be the slicker striker here, and the jab of Kang might be a positive for Kang, but I think that the footwork and elusiveness of Quinones is going to cause Kang some troubles here, and I wouldn't even be surprised if Kang tried to hit a takedown or two. But I think, if Quinones tried to hit a takedown or two. I expect Kang to be the... God damn it. Kang Quinones, I think it's the k sound that's throwing me off. But I fully expect Quinones to be the more effective striker here, and I think he's going to be able to do big damage on Kang throughout this matchup. I think he wins this one pretty handily. Give me Quinones as the second step of the Locky two-step. And right now on BetOnline, you can get that two-leg parlay for +141. If you want to complete the Locky Trinity, I had to stretch to the third last fight of the night to grab Christian Leroy Duncan, who's also seen action against him throughout fight week now, and he's down to -155. I think his speed, power, and agility is going to be too much for the hittable Petrosian, who has been knocked out in the past. Petrosian is the better technical striker, don't get me wrong, but I think it's going to be the intent, well, I don't know if it's really an intangible, but the speed and power of Leroy Duncan, that's going to be the difference maker in this matchup. I think he'll be able to touch up Petrosian for the majority of this fight. I'd be surprised if either guy goes for any takedowns here. Maybe Leroy Duncan, if anything, but I think that the takedown defense of Petrosian will keep this fight upright, and then it's just going to come down to who can be the better striker. Petrosian might be better on the numbers, but I think it's going to be the power, the impact, and the eventual knockout from Christian Leroy Duncan that gets his hand raised in this matchup. So if you throw him into the Locky two-step and complete the Locky Trinity, you get +296. Good luck to us this weekend, folks, and hopefully you guys are able to cash in on some of this action. I'll see you guys again tomorrow for the 3 best prop bets for UFC Vegas 75. Peace.